So today is Marketing Saturdays. It is an idea that came about from actually having some of our clients ask us about how they can grow this year and how they can profitably and successfully integrate this idea of both sales and marketing. And because of that, we have come up with this idea of doing some SMarketing, which is what we're doing. Can they hear me? Are they logged on? No. Okay. So let's talk a little bit, because I know that my partner has uploaded the Zoom in PowerPoint onto Facebook. So why bring about this idea of sales and marketing? Why SMarketing? Because what research indicates from an excellent company that we have studied under, and they're a huge company in Boston called HubSpot, that they're the ones that actually came up with this idea of SMarketing. When you integrate sales and marketing, it is by far one of the best business building strategies for success in your business. It doesn't matter whether you're a small or a large company, and by small I mean if your sales are under $1 million, or if you're a mid-size or larger company where your overall sales revenues are over $1 million. This idea of integrating sales and marketing will prove to be one of the most effective, simplest, and profitable ideas that you can do to grow your business. And one of the first things is that, I want to share with you how I see this functioning from a big business perspective. So when I was a bit younger, years ago, we're talking about over 14 years ago, my last corporate job was with a large pharmaceutical company called Abbott. And I remember that back then, there was not a huge integration between sales and marketing. And being that I did both, I was in the trenches as a pharmaceutical sales rep, and then I went inside in Chicago, and I was in the marketing department. I saw that there was a disconnect. And what happens is when there's a disconnect, the people in the field, the salespeople would be like, oh, I don't like what the marketing department is producing, creating, developing for us to use in the field. And then, of course, because of that huge disconnect and miscommunication, the marketing people at corporate felt that, wow, we are creating all these great materials for the field to use, but they're not using it because they're not understanding how to effectively use it. So there was a huge disconnect, miscommunication, and we were not using our resources correctly, of time, of the resources of people. And so there was a need to align or integrate the sales team with the marketing team. Now you may be wondering, and it's a good thing for you to wonder, gee, Evie, how does this pertain to my small business? Well, whether you're a small business and you're a solo entrepreneur going at it all by yourself, with yourself, all alone, or whether, as most people here in Florida, have small businesses that are 5 and under, meaning you, the owner, and perhaps 4 employees, there is still a great need to align your sales and marketing efforts so that you can experience more success. So how would this look like for you? Well, number one, when you look at aligning or integrating sales and marketing, the first thing you start with is the strategy. You look at how are we going to strategize so that we are not just, say that you are a printing company and you create printed items for other business owner, or let's say that you are a consultant or a jewelry company and you are creating either jewelry as an end product for a consumer, or you're creating solutions as a professional services company because you either are a CPA, an accountant, or maybe you're a coach of some sort, and you're providing some type of product or solution, and you know what your end product is one-on-one with the individual, but how are you going to integrate that so that you can have an influx, of prospective customers while at the same time servicing the customers that are there. So you need to be able to integrate effectively a strategy of marketing and sales, because if you're small, then it's either you or someone that's helping you within your 5 people team. So when you combine these two effectively, you're able to do correct lead generation. So down the funnel, you always have leads coming through, and B, you are generating revenue. So you notice that we created a slide that talks about both, that idea of revenues as well as leads coming through the pipeline. Well, you may be wondering then, Evie, how does this look for a small business owner? So if you look on that slide that Gabriel shared on the Zoom In Facebook page, you'll notice that sales and marketing and how they align. If you think about sales, in the past, sales has always been focused on the present, meaning, oh, I'm going to sell you this jewelry piece. You either buy it now or don't. Let's say you're selling communication, or you're selling websites, or you're selling internet services. You buy it now or that's it, I don't care about you. Well, marketing is looking at, you're not ready to buy it now, so how do we nurture you so that in the future you think about us and buy from us? So sales is more oriented towards transactional, whereas marketing has always been more focused on continuing the conversation. Sales is more push, buy now, you have to buy now or I'll forget about you. Whereas marketing, we are wanting to pull you in with value added content, or as we say here at Zoom In, we want to attract you with value. Same thing with sales. Traditionally, salespeople, or us as small business owners that do sales, are more focused on one-to-one. As marketing has always been one to many. You have a marketing message to many. And I'm going through this because what I want to do is then bring about the integration of both sales and marketing so that you understand what I'm going to share with you in a few minutes, which is the Zoom In's marketing system. So in sales, you want to make your brand story real and relevant for individuals. You talk about building personal one-on-one relationships, and you work with people one-on-one. Whereas with marketing, we have always talked about creating that brand story, about maintaining that brand reputation, and about working with our targeted groups. So that has always been the way that we have always focused on working from a marketing perspective. So if you look at the next slide that was shared on Facebook via our Zoom In page, you'll notice how marketing has changed and how sales has changed. And you notice this model that we now call SMarketing, which is, once again, the integration of sales and marketing. And in that slide, you look at the new buy-in funnel, where you walk people from the awareness stage to the purchase stage. And if you look at that, you notice that where in the past, marketing comprised a small role, now marketing actually makes up for a bigger role, where we're looking at, marketing is very important, and we need to understand that marketing is very important, and we need to leverage marketing so that we can nurture and walk prospective customers through the buying process. So that's part of how marketing plays a bigger component and a bigger part of the sales process, marketing process of the success of your business. We also look at this idea of the old marketing versus the new marketing. Now, you may be wondering, what is old marketing and how is new marketing different or better? Well, in the old marketing paradigm, we used to think, what is it that our ideal customers want versus the new marketing, where through social media, through Googling people, we know what people want. So we're more targeted, more focused, and we deliver and we offer things to attract them based on what they need, what they want. In the traditional way of marketing, it was more mass marketing, meaning we would be like, let's throw as much as we can out there and let's see how much it sticks to the people. Now it's more individualized to individual groups, niches, individual people. In the old way of marketing, it was more disruptive. We would interrupt people. I mean, there's still a lot of that today, of course, where people are interrupted and marketing is very intrusive. Today, we look at more about interacting, where you see now how successfully you're able to brand yourself and generate leads successfully through this menu of social media packages that we could create now, whether it is through Facebook like we're using now or through LinkedIn if you're B2B. In the old way of marketing, we were very creative. Now we're creative and accountable. It used to be more about static content. For example, websites used to be very static. Now we are more creative, more accountable, more dynamic. The content is more dynamic. In the old way that we used to do marketing, it used to be sometime. And we used to define, well, what is the best time? Now we're talking about real time. And now you could see us here online in real time. It used to be more silo. Now we see this idea of being more integrated. So this becomes very important for us as business owners to see, how am I changing with the changing times? And I know some of you are frustrated and wondering, really, how does this look now, especially when the internet seems to be changing so dramatically, so drastically, so fast. So that's why I thought that we need to do this SMarketing Facebook Live every Saturday, so that people understand that if you are to grow, whether or not you have a whole bunch of resources in terms of people, in terms of time and money, or whether your resources are limited, you need to start changing to this new way of marketing and sales. And that is when a business integrates this idea of SMarketing and developing a SMarketing system where you walk your prospective customer from initial awareness of your brand, of your products, to becoming a loyal customer, and hopefully a loyal customer for life. So we look at, how does this look? Well, this looks like you create a marketing campaign, you are generating leads, and then you're nurturing those leads. You continue optimizing your web content, and then you do email follow-up and follow-through. One of the biggest problems that not only we see here at Zoom Inbound Marketing Agency, but also a lot of the bigger companies like HubSpot over in Boston, we notice that when you do this correctly, you see greater sales results and you become profitable. And so you will see there in the Zoom In Facebook page that we've shared with you what our Zoom In Inbound Marketing system looks like in an infographic that correlates with our tagline, which, by the way, is not just our tagline. It is actually our methodology, our practice. This is how we implement marketing campaigns effectively. We look at, how do we attract, capture, and retain. And that's really our motto, to attract, capture, and retain affluent clients. And so if you right now are struggling because maybe you're just barely getting by, you're barely breaking even, maybe you're just paying your operational cost to run a business, or worse yet, maybe you're just kind of living and working and you have you created your own job through your company. So you're really just paying the bills or the cost of living with your business. And maybe you're sick and tired of not being profitable, of surviving and not thriving. Well, if you're ready to thrive, to be profitable, to start looking at how can you successfully implement this idea of SMarketing, then I want to offer you the opportunity to send us an email or just message us right here in our Zoom In Facebook page or my personal page and ask us how you can join our 90-day marketing transformation program. It is actually a program where we're going to share with us the SMarketing system at Zoom In, our Zoom In inbound marketing system, so that you can actually learn how to easily and most effectively transform your business in 90 days. We have and we'll be starting an online business growth mastermind. If you want to find out more, make sure to email us at marketing@zoomim or zoomim, XOOIMIM, XOOM for money, I for inbound, internet, integrated marketing. And email us now and we'll tell you more about it. And you can start with us and learn for yourself how to do this successfully so that you could become more profitable. I am sorry to my clients who were unable to join us today. There was some technical glitches with using this Be Live that we're using, but we're so grateful that you joined us. Thank you for joining us. If you missed some of it, remember you can always hear it again and again. Also, we have shared with you on the Zoom In Facebook page, all the quote unquote slides are there right on our page for you to look at, review, and then also for you to share. Feel free, please, to share. And remember, if you want to join us here next week, to subscribe so that you can get notices of when next week we're going live again. More importantly, if you would like to leverage this Marketing Saturday for you, for your business, send us some questions below that you would like to answer regarding your biggest challenges with sales and marketing, your biggest challenge as they pertain to being profitable, making money, breaking even, how to align, how to integrate sales and marketing, even if you're not a marketing person, or even if you're terrified of sales, we want to help you. So make sure to contact us. For now, this is Evie Hernandez, known as the Email Marketing Queen, not because I just do email, but because I do inbound integrated internet marketing through our company Zoom In. Thank you so much. I hope that next week we could have you join us on live so that we could actually go through a live strategy session where I would recommend some things to you on how you can become more profitable by integrating your sales and marketing. Thank you once again for joining us. This is Evie Hernandez wishing you a spectacular, a sensational Saturday. And make sure to start looking at the possibility of joining our SMarketing mastermind so that you can transform your business in just 90 days by SMarketing. Thank you. Have an awesome day.